Hey guys, it's Loretta. Welcome back to my channel. So I finished my very first junk journal and I'm kind of embarrassed to show this actually because I had no idea when I was making it like just how much. I mean, I love the big chunky looking journals, but I don't think there's any way that my friend can even write in this, and I made it for her. So let me just dive right in. I also don't think it's going to hold together because I could not figure out how to get the signatures in the binding in a way that I think is going to hold up. But whatever. It was an adventure. So the cover is a piece of fabric that I just love this piece of fabric. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I coffee stained it, and some little flower things, and then I had a big giant tablecloth that had a bunch of embroidery on it, so I cut that off. There's a string here, and put this little, I think this is Tim Holtz here, and put this on and lace around it, put some sequins, and then just some buttons, lace down the spine, lace all around. Yeah, okay. So I made this for a friend of mine who has been a really, really good friend for many years, 25, almost 30 years. And she is an English major. See, this is not even, she's not even going to be able to write in this. She's an English major, and she loves the 19th century Gothic writers like Jane Austen, the Brontes, and Emily Dickinson, and Louisa May Alcott, and just a lot of the female authors of the time. So what this is, I imagined that this is for a Victorian woman who keeps a scrapbook of her favorite authors. So this is, I'm assuming, the woman, the Victorian woman, I guess. And I made this little tag here, and it just says handcrafted on the back. Did all the stenciling, etc. I'm going to try not to get into too much detail because I think I'll be here all day. So, stamping, made this little pocket. There's an envelope here with some things inside. So, let's see, I think there's another one in here. So just real quickly, I will try to run down all of the digipacks that I used. There's stuff in here from ArtyMaze. There's stuff in here from Mrs. Coggs. Vectoria. Just all kinds off of Etsy. So this is a piece of fabric that I coffee stained and stamped on. It says cherish yesterday, live today, dream for tomorrow. Some papers in here that I have stamped and stained. You can see the paper there, some lace. So I did this little lace for the tabs. I cut this gal out of a piece of a lot of my stuff in here is going to be old scrapbook paper. So this is ArtyMaze though. Made this paper clip here. Old doily. Just this is MedievalMirage, I do believe. So I decoupaged a napkin on here, and then that's just glued down. Old scrapbook paper. This is a piece of fabric also that I coffee stained, and it's a little belly band with the envelope, and I don't know if there's anything in here. I think so, yeah. The typewriter. So all of these things are stained and stamped by me. And then here's a little paper bag, and I made a little mini book in there. This is Emma by Jane Austen. And these were adorable. These came from Vectoria, I think. So it's Pride and Prejudice apothecary cards. So this one is Mr. Darcy's Perfect Gentleman Lotion, and this one is Elizabeth Bennet's Elixir of Intelligence. I mean, like, that was entirely too cute and too perfect for this junk journal. So I actually used, like, this is from Emma, the book Emma by Jane Austen. I actually used book pages in here as well. So the ladies in the day like to play a lot of card games. Some flip up, another flip up, some washi tape. And then a little card here that's London. Little pocket I made out of more book pages, and that's the end. And then on the cover of, or on the paper bag, is a page from Jane Eyre, which is by one of the Brontes, and it's a poem that's read in the book. So anyway, and then I think this is MedievalMirage, possibly. When you mix them, I can't remember who's what and what's who. Anyway, I decoupaged that on there. And this is Shabbydabbydoodah, her nautical one. Made the pocket. Here's a altered paper clip and a little tag. And this is Sense and Sensibility, an actual cover. So I got copies of old covers of the books throughout this journal. So I did that. This, made the paper clip, did the stenciling. I did all these papers too. I did, like, with coffee and walnut stain, etc. This is old scrapbook paper. So, and I think that's MedievalMirage as well. It's just an envelope that flips out. It's kind of cool. I stamped it. I don't know if you can tell in this lighting, but I also sprayed it with some kind of pink shimmery stuff. Did that decoupage on a page from the book Emma, and then this is a glassine bag that I decoupaged on with this tag. Did all stamping. Whoops. That's the center of the first signature. There's an envelope that I made, notes. Some cards in there. Stamping and spray along here. This little thing I just loved. I made this from, I think this was from the Jane Eyre book pages, yeah. So I gessoed in here so she can ride on it, and of course this can come out. And then I decoupaged little butterflies. Just some journaling spots. A tuck with the envelope. Those are journaling cards. And this envelope actually came from Tuesday Morning had thank you cards, I think it was, or something along the lines. Anyway, I just grunged it up a little bit. Little tag. I made that paper. My heart is and always will be yours, Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility. And I do believe this is Jane Austen's home that she grew up in. So, made that and this. Little belly band, paper clip, this is the other part of that bag, and here's some more apothecary cards. This is Mr. Bennett's sarcasm pills and Lady Catherine de Bourgh's condescending powder. I mean, they're just too much fun. I just, you know, I decoupage this lady on here, and this. And then I made this little fold out with some old sheet music, decoupaged that on there. There's a little glassine bag that has little playing cards in it, and more decoupage. And then this little envelope, which was just so cute, and journaling spaces. Then I did the stenciling on this, made that. So here's a tag with another book cover. So this book, The Watsons, was her unfinished book. She was writing that when she passed away. So this is a big old envelope, and inside here are some journaling cards. And then this is one of the Brontes. I think it's Charlotte. Sorry, I keep hitting my camera. It's a belly band with more paper in here that I stamped and made. Happiness in marriage is entirely a matter of chance. So I did that too when I coffee stained it. I laid a key down, and yeah. Belly band, more journaling card things, and well, gosh darn it. More paper. Made this little tuck here. Found this at the antique mall. This is Louisa May Alcott. Apparently it was a playing card, a game of some sort for kids, because there were a bunch of other author cards that came with it, but they were all male, so I didn't put them in here. This is Shabbydabbydoodah. And this is a really old book that they were throwing away, and I salvaged out of the trash. So I did this, made this. There's another tuck spot. More journaling cards. So there's plenty of like places for her to tuck things, and plenty of cards for her to write on, but I don't see how she's actually going to write in the journal itself, because it's just, it won't lay down. So, oh, hang on. This is supposed to be like this. So I made this little fold out. There's a little tuck spot here with some paper to write on. Little tag here. And then this folds out, and there's the two more of the apothecary cards. I think this is the last of them. I think there were 6 of them. There might be 8. Anyway, stamped all that up. Used old book pages for that. And then decoupaged this. Paperclip. Tag, and a little envelope I made out of book pages. Okay, and so inside this envelope is another small book, and I think this is MedievalMirage paper. This is, I think, from their medieval manuscripts one, I think. So, and then this is more Jane Austen. I think this is from ArtyMaze's DigiKit. I really like that, using the lace whenever I copy stain. that's everything in the second signature. And then the third signature ended up, I have no idea why the third signature ended up being as big as it was. I actually thought it was going to be smaller, but it ended up being huge. So these are the Bronte sisters. I decoupaged them with a page from Jane Eyre on this very first page. Here's a belly band with an envelope. I think there's just some writing paper and another one of these. I think this might be Vectoria design. I can't remember. I literally, I think I used like 5 different digi-kits off of Etsy that were by 5 different people. So this is a picture from Little Men by Louisa May Alcott. Here's a paperclip. And this is part of the Little Men book there. It was a really old book that was falling apart, so I used the pages. And there's a paperclip. And then here's some writing paper, journaling paper. And this was this came out of one of the older versions of Jane Austen, of one of the books. I don't know which one it was. Life is the Flower for Which Love is the Honey by Victor Hugo. And I made this little envelope. And I also made this tag too out of scrapbook paper. And there's more book paper. And this. And I made this as well. I had a lot of fun making my own paper. So here's a little pocket made out of lace, and there's a envelope. Here's a belly band. I stamped it. It says, "Life is art. Paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance." This is a really old piece of lace here. Some paper. And then this is the cover for Emily Dickinson's poems book. Memories by Gaslight. And then I made these 2 little pocket things here with stamps. I love this image of the fairy. I know it's not really Jane Austen, but it's kind of, you know, she'll like it. More journaling paper. And then in here I have a school library borrower's card and a medieval thing with another piece of paper, writing paper. A paper clip that I made. Whoops. Some stuff in here. Old lace there, paper clip that I made there, and sorry, I keep moving the camera. And here are some more journaling cards. And here's an envelope that I made. A little flip out. I used a little card. Here's a glassine bag, and I made this tag to go in there. That was just scrapbook paper that I had. And then this is it's a little thank you tag. She can use it as a bookmark. It says handcrafted on it because she's done a lot of stuff for me throughout the years. So this is sort of like a thank you, I guess. And then the last page here, thought of the day. Some more cards. And then this also flips up. The best journeys are not always in straight lines. And that's another paper clip that I made there. And that's the last page. And then it just ties up. And yeah, so while I certainly love big fat journals, I think I need to work on how to actually sew it into the binding so that it will lay a little more flat, because especially in this third signature, I just don't see how she's gonna be able to write in it at all. But anyway, so that was my very first junk journal. It was a ton of fun. I was absolutely obsessed the whole time I was making it. I dreamed about it. I dreamed like what I was going to put on what page, and like literally in the middle of my sleep I would be dreaming about it. And so I can't wait to make more. The next one I might make for me, and might not make it quite as fat. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later.